The Treaty of Versailles, signed on June 28, 1919, is often labeled as one of history's most significant diplomatic failures. This detailed analysis will explore the treaty's terms, its immediate and long-term repercussions, and why it is considered a monumental mistake. The prelude to the treaty World War I was a conflict of unprecedented scale and destruction, resulting in the loss of millions of lives and the collapse of empires. The armistice of November 11, 1918, brought the hostilities to a halt, and the world's eyes turned to the Paris Peace Conference. The conference was dominated by the leaders of the Allied powers, particularly Georges Clemenceau of France, Woodrow Wilson of the United States, and David Lloyd George of Great Britain. Their objectives varied, with Clemenceau seeking retribution, Wilson advocating for his 14 points, and Lloyd George balancing between the two. The treaty imposed severe restrictions on Germany, including Germany had to cede territories to Belgium, Czechoslovakia, and Poland, return Alsace and Lorraine to France, and surrender all overseas colonies. The German military was limited to a small defensive force, and the country was prohibited from possessing heavy artillery, tanks, and air force. Germany was required to pay substantial reparations to the Allied countries for war damages, a sum that would burden its economy for years. Article 231, the War Guilt Clause, placed full responsibility for the war on Germany, a point that would fuel German resentment. The treaty's immediate impact on Germany was catastrophic. It led to economic turmoil, political instability, and a sense of national humiliation. These conditions were exploited by extremist parties, including the Nazis, who used the treaty's terms as a rallying cry against the Weimar Republic and the international community. The long-term consequences of the Treaty of Versailles were even more profound. By imposing such punitive terms without addressing the root causes of the conflict, the treaty set the stage for World War II. The harsh treatment of Germany created an environment ripe for the rise of Adolf Hitler, who capitalized on the widespread discontent to seize power. Historical reflections. In retrospect, the Treaty of Versailles is seen as a punitive measure that failed to create a stable and lasting peace. Its focus on retribution rather than reconciliation sowed the seeds of future conflict. The treaty is a stark reminder of the perils of a victor's peace and the importance of considering the long-term implications of diplomatic decisions. The Treaty of Versailles stands as a cautionary tale of how peace negotiations can go awry when they are driven by vengeance rather than a genuine desire for stability. Its legacy is a sobering lesson in the importance of equitable treatment in the aftermath of conflict and the need for foresight in shaping the future. The shocking truth behind the treaty is that it was not just a failure of diplomacy, but a tragic misstep that led to an even greater catastrophe. In conclusion, the Treaty of Versailles was a flawed peace agreement that punished Germany excessively and failed to secure a lasting peace. Its shortcomings underscore the importance of a balanced approach to peace negotiations, one that fosters healing rather than resentment. The shocking truth is that the treaty, rather than securing peace, set the stage for an even greater conflict, making it one of history's most significant mistakes.